Main man, made man in the building. Main man, made man in the building. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing. Let me just make sure everything is all right before we get started here. I am dying to know. Let's just see. Let's just see. Let's just see. Give me a second. Y'all hear me out there? Y'all hear me out there? Let me know something. Let me know. Is everything good? Everything good? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all hear me out there? Is the mic clear? Is the mic clear? Yeah, you hear me? Okay, cool. Cool, cool. Good to know. Good to know. Everything good out there, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm ready to go in, man. I can't be more excited right now, and I can't contain it, man. I can't contain it. You hear me? Oh, man. Everything good. Lake Jr., Art. Okay, cool. Zelly, what's up with you? Hop, what's up, man? All right. Look here, man. Let's just get right into it, Joe. Let's get right into it. Word on the curb is that my main man, Deonty Wilder, and the Gypsy King Tyson Fury, their pay-per-view buys are expecting to be over 300,000. They're talking about anywhere between 300 to 320,000 buys. And once the final number is determined, we're talking closer to 400,000 buys, man. You hear me? They say that once they incorporate the buys or from the streaming platforms such as PS4 and other consoles and stuff like that, once you incorporate the UK pay-per-view buys, we may be talking about closer to 400,000. Do y'all know what this means? We now, ladies and gentlemen, have more people to add to the pay-per-view star resume with the likes of Floyd Mayweather Jr., with the likes of Canelo Alvarez. You can now add the names Deontay Wilder. You can now add the names Tyson Fury to the fact that they have cracked the American code, and that shit ain't easy. Black Horseman Promotions in the building. What's up, homie? My goodness, man. When I seen this news, I could not be more happier, and I cannot think of two fighters that are more deserving after the performance that they gave us over the weekend, man. Oh my gosh, shawty. They're saying that in order for the PBC and Showtime to break even, all they had to hit was 250,000 buys. Anything above that fattens the purses of the fighters. Man, Slim, do y'all know how happy I am to hear this, man? To see that my main man Bomb Squad, after all of his effort, after all of his hard work, yelling Bomb Squad from the rooftops, stopping every man that's ever been in the ring with him, after seeing the Gypsy King lay off for 2.5 years or whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Coming back, the people saying, oh, he's fat, he's out of shape, he's not this, he's not that. For him, for these two fighters to achieve this achievement of cracking the American code, which is not an easy code to crack, man, I couldn't be more happy after. Man, I couldn't be more happy, man. Two well-deserving men, man. Two well-deserving men. You got to think about something. To my UK fans out there. And we always clown about this. But let's talk real shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, to crack the code in the UK is not as hard to crack the code in America. Because, and this is no diss whatsoever, but y'all not as big. And I'm fully aware of the type of economy that goes down over in the UK. I'm fully aware. Y'all are taxed to y'all eyeballs. You're paying radio tax. You're paying TV tax. You're paying doorknob tax. If you wear over a size 12, you're paying a tax for that. You know what I'm saying? You pay everything in taxes. You don't make nearly as much money as the American population. And once again, that's no diss. So y'all numbers are lower. What y'all paying is lower. But to come and crack this code, that shit ain't easy, bruh. That ain't easy. And to see that these two men has cracked the code and have became pay-per-view success in America. This is not only a good moment for the American boxing fan. This is a good moment for boxing fans in general. I see y'all comments and I will be getting to them. Just know, because I was in on the conference call yesterday. I listened to every word that Deontay Wilder said. Just know, Deontay Wilder wants the rematch. Just know if they do this rematch, I'm not only ordering it, I'm pre-ordering it. I repeat, I'm not only ordering it, I'm pre-ordering it. And that's a difference. Because I have so much respect for these men. Because I love the fight that they gave us over the weekend. Because the best is fighting the best. Slim, I'm going to tell you something, man. The other dude ought to be ashamed of himself right now. You want to come crack this code, but you wasn't even in the building. You want to come crack this code over here in America and become American star or gain the American public or try to win some pay-per-view buys. DAZN wants Eddie Hearn to crack this code, but he wasn't in the building. Now word on the curb is Eddie Hearn is going to try to go fly out to L.A. and try to talk to Deonty Wilder. Man, ain't nobody trying to hear what you talking about, bruh. Ain't nobody trying to hear it right now, man. I'm going to tell you another thing. If you are one of them fight fans that sit around and say, oh, well, if it was this guy, he would have had more buys. Or if it was that guy, he would have had more. But man, sit your salty ass down. Sit your salty ass down. Enjoy that Morton salt because we don't want to hear what the hell you got to say, bruh. We don't want to hear what you got to say. If you one of them fans, well, if AJ would have, man, sit your dumb ass down. You want to support Eddie Hearn? Go ahead, be my guest. Sit over there, though, because we don't want to hear you, cuz. We don't want to hear nothing you got to say, Slim. Right now, for us true boxing fans who love the fact that two genuine heavyweights, two top 3 heavyweights, top 4 heavyweights has came together and our success, the American audience has shown that. You got to do nothing but give a round of a fucking applause. Let's see what y'all talking about. And Joshua didn't even attend the event. Please, you hear me though, Hop? He ain't even pull up, man. He ain't even pull up. That dude ought to be, you ain't cracking this code, cuz. Right now, we don't really want to know who you fighting. We don't even care who you fight. You want to go fight Pulev? Fine. You want to go fight White, Chisora, whoever the fuck? We don't even care. Right now, all focus is on Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. All focus is on Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Because right now, bruh, you looking like you all a third. You know what I'm talking about? You looking like you all a third. You ain't looking like you over here with the real G's. Real G's over there fighting. The best is fighting the best. While AJ over there sitting back, going to sleep, dreaming of sugar plums and having a curfew to meet. We don't want to hear that. You bugging. AJ is way better at boxing than both. Man, get out of here. AJ got knocked down by a 40-year-old. You know what I'm talking about? AJ Bailey beat a 40-year-old who was inactive, who had no belts. We don't want to hear nothing about AJ. Talking about some AJ. AJ what? AJ who didn't pull up? AJ who wasn't even in the building, who wasn't even in the same state when the American audience was lasered in paying $75 a pop? You can, man, I don't want to hear nothing about AJ. AJ all a third right now, Slim. Shh. Last didn't pass. Second is the worst, and we aiming for the first. Fuck AJ. AJ wasn't in the building. This is what you don't seem to understand about this moment, about what these pay-per-view buys represent. It represents that the American audience is woke. We are waking right now, man. And you know what I'm saying? And just think what the rematch is going to do. For every pay-per-view buy that trickle in at this point, it's like a smack in his face. You did. They talking 320, maybe 400,000. If that thing go up to 450, 400,000, it's like smack, backhand, smack, smack, smack. Sit your dumb ass down. You wasn't even in the building. Come on, cuz. I can't even think about if Riddick Bowe and Evander Holyfield fight. You think Lennox Lewis ain't gonna be somewhere talking about this fight? You know what I'm saying? Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier. You don't think, say a Sonny Liston or, you know what I'm saying? Like, a premier heavyweight is going to be buzzing around this event. They ain't going to be over there in their country lying to their countrymen. Nah, cuz. They going to be in the building. AJ. Psha. AJ who? AJ what? AJ what? Yeah, that's right. That's how I'm feeling right now. All props to the Gypsy King. All props to my main man, Deontay Wilder. Two fighters who have tremendous stories, who was not getting the recognition that they deserved prior to this fight. But now, with these pay-per-view buys and everything over 250,000 buys, their purses get bigger and bigger and bigger, and they are well deserving of such. I'm not even one to talk about pay-per-view numbers, and y'all know it. I can care less. What's up, Ash? Ash is sitting in the building. What's up, homie? AJ ain't Tyson. He can't box or move like him. He will not have height or reach on his side either. He gets stopped. Man, the other dude is robotic. You call that man a 10 man. Get that man some WD-40. The other dude is robotic. Okay, with the style of Tyson Fury, moving, fighting from angles, he gives them problems. With the power of Deontay Wilder, being able to swing with full extension, not to mention his stamina, that gives him problems. Man, who's that? What's his name? AJ. What's his name? Get out of here, man. That dude don't want no smoke. I ain't got time to talk about a dude who don't want no smoke. Shit, man. Come on, man. All I'm saying is to know that these two men came together, the best fighting the best, and to see the American audience who have been so stubborn to support anybody outside of Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez, after seeing these two come together and actually be a success, should make us all proud as boxing fans. And that's how I feel, bro. That's how I feel, man. AJ, man, he got to be sitting back like, damn, maybe I should have went. Maybe I should have went to the fight. I think it was a bad decision. Now everyone's dumping on me. Now no one has nothing to say. Nothing to say, bruh. Nothing to say. Gary Benson in the super chat. I appreciate you, homie. What up with you too, man? Congrats to Wilder and Fury. Other fighters, please take note. When two top fighters put it on the line, the fans will come. Absolutely. And guess what, Gary? In the rematch, not only will the fans come, but the casuals will come because ESPN, Fox Sports, whoever, whatever sporting platform you can think of, they all going to be invested into this fight. They are all going to be invested into this fight. Ain't nobody going to be not remembering their name. Not to mention Wilder beat one of the best boxers in the bruh, you took the words right out of my mouth. And this is why you got to give this man his props. He not only took on another top 5 heavyweight in Luis Ortiz, a dangerous heavyweight. The very next fight took on Tyson Fury. In the next fight after that, he wants to rematch Tyson Fury. Man, God, this is what you talk. This is why the fans respond. This is why the fans respond, because the best are fighting the best. Something we have been, we've been pressing for how long now? All this business talk. All of this, I'm the A side. Oh, you're going to come to me. Or you're going to do this. You're going to do that. Man, we tired of that shit, bruh. We want to see fights. And these two men were the first ones to take this shit by the horns and do what we've been asking for a long time. Man, this represents so much in this era of boxing, because no other heavyweight in this era of boxing has been able to do what these two men have done in the American market, which is the market where the money is. None of them. If I can't think of two men that are more deserving of pay-per-view success, I am so glad. After every video that I did based on this fight, I kept on telling people, don't buy this, don't stream this fight, don't illegally stream this fight, buy this fight. So if you are a YouTuber, whether you thought Wilder won, whether you thought Wilder lost, whether you thought Tyson Fury won, whether you thought it was a draw, hats off to you, because you deserve credit for promoting this fight. If you are one of them VIP box buyers or them front row sports dudes, man, sit your dumb ass down. You ain't got no place in this conversation, because you didn't support the best fighting the best. You whined, you cried, you did all of this crying and whining, and you didn't support the best fighting the best. How do you feel as a boxing fan? Now, don't get me wrong. If you got economics, if you got mouths to feed, and you just like, cuz I just ain't got it, bruh. I get you. I do. Lord knows I do. But if you one of them dudes that, okay, and I think the mic is much better now. If you one of them dudes that just did not support and you had that bread, man, cuz we ain't got nothing to talk about. And I don't give a shit who you. We ain't got nothing to talk about. I'm not only ordering, I'm pre-ordering. I'm not only ordering, I'm pre-ordering. Man, so I listened to Deontay Wilder talk yesterday, and he said that he wants the rematch immediately. I listened to Frank Warren talk. Frank Warren says he wants the rematch immediately. The only contention that may come down to is whether the rematch should be in the UK or whether it should be in America. That's going to be an issue. And I don't know, man. I hope they sort that out. I hope that doesn't become a problem. We all know that the money is here in America, but at the end of the day, Tyson Fury did come over the water and come into the backyard of Deontay Wilder, and he says, "Look, if I gave you a shot in your backyard, how about giving me a shot in my backyard?" Is that not only fair, fight fans? And I don't have really a position on that because that's negotiations, that's their business. But at the end of the day, I just hope nothing impedes a rematch. Tyson Fury is not talking nearly as sure that he wants the rematch, and this is just being honest. He's saying that he wants to take another probably interim fight first and then maybe get back into a rematch. I hope we get it next. Deontay Wilder, he says he wants it next. At first, Shelly Finkel was talking that, maybe we'll listen to Eddie Hearn and see what he has to say. Eddie Hearn, he's talking like he wants to talk now. You know what I'm saying? I don't want Eddie Hearn nowhere near this right now. Let Eddie Hearn go and worry about his Chisora versus White fight, and the winner of that gets AJ or whatever he's trying to do. Let him worry about that. Ronnie Boy Fresh in the building. What's up with you? Red Glove Militant in the building. What's up with you? You know what I'm saying? Let him go worry about that Chisora White, whatever the fuck that is. You know what I mean? Right now, all we concerned about in the heavyweight division is Deontay Wilder going to rematch Tyson Fury. I'll take Luis Ortiz too. I'll take Luis Ortiz. But yo, I'm just, man, goddamn, I'm happy for these fighters, man. I am so happy for both men. Mainly my American champion. I'm going to be 100. My American champion, Deontay Wilder, because we know that old argument, oh, no one knows Wilder. No one knows Wilder. Well, guess what, Eddie Hearn? This dude from Alabama, as you called him, what he call him? Hey, man, this dude, who knows the guy from Alabama? Well, guess what? The guy from Alabama is now a pay-per-view attraction. How you feeling? How you feeling? When your man sitting over there ain't even showing up, how you feeling? So we ain't got nothing to talk about no more. This is awesome news, man. Awesome news. Once again, for those who haven't heard, I'm sure everybody heard because I seen everybody and their mamas that made videos about it. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, expectations are for them to exceed 300,000. We have not got official numbers in yet, but they're saying it's hovering around 3 to 320. Once you incorporate the UK buys as well as the different platforms like PS4 or whatever you stream off of, I don't know, Fire Stick or whatever the hell, you know what I mean? The number should go up. It should be closer to 400,000. And anything over 250,000 is the break-even point, which means the networks then got their money. And at the end of the day, now the fighters will get their money on the back end. Some people saying that shouldn't have even been a count. He got up and finished strong. That's the point in the 10 count, if not for that. Yeah, Sean, I don't want to get too much in it, but I did hear the Jack Reese interview, the referee. I saw the interview that he did. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. I kind of hear what he's saying. See, the thing is this. If Jack Reese, whatever the fuck, if he's such a bad ref, why the hell they put him in such a big fight? He has refereed Deontay Wilder's fights in the past, amongst many others. You know what I'm saying? And let's not act like, once again, I told people leading up to this fight, knockdowns ain't judging rounds. There's been fighters in the past that's been knocked down multiple times in the fight and still turned out to win the fight. You know what I'm saying? So I can bring up a couple fights that come off the top of my head, but this has been happening. AJ back in the bubble wrap. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? AJ over there looking a lollipop, sucking his thumb or doing whatever he doing, and ain't came nowhere near this fight. Now he want to be on social media mouthing off. Please, bruh. And then hear Shelly, and then hear Barry Hearn say, "Oh, I'm glad we turned down the 50 million." I'm like, what the hell, bruh? Barry Hearn is the gift that keeps on giving. He is the gift that keeps on giving, bruh. I mean, really, you know what I'm saying? Because, dog, every time we turn around and we need some confirmation how they bullshitting us, all you got to do is listen to Barry Hearn talk. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, and I know there's a lot of UK fans out there that, y'all loving Gypsy King right now, but I know a lot of y'all really don't fuck with the Gypsy King, and that's just being real, because y'all didn't fuck with him when he rode against Klitschko, and y'all shitted on him after doing his UCAD investigation and all that. Yo, support your champion. Support a real champion. The other dude, he's a project. If you want a champion to support Tyson Fury. And this is being 100. You know what I'm saying? Support Tyson Fury. He came over here, bruh. He came over here and won the respect of us across the water. The other dude ain't win our respect. And it ain't because we just don't like him. Ain't got nothing to do with that. It's because he's moving like a biatch. That's the whole real. You know what I'm saying? It ain't because people don't like AJ or whatever. He might be a decent fighter. But at the end of the day, he ain't moving like one. He's moving like a businessman. And at the heavyweight division, we don't respect businessmen. You know what I'm saying? And that's just all it's about. It shouldn't be no way that Tyson Fury sit out the ring this long, 2-3 years, you know what I'm saying, and still come back and fight Deontay Wilder before AJ did. It's no way. It's no way. And then at the net, you know, and to see this type of performance now, it makes me know and believe that those belts that AJ walk around parading around, man, them Tyson Fury's belts. Them Tyson Fury's belts. Those belts are just his in theory. You know what I'm saying? Those are Tyson Fury's belts. He's never was beaten for those belts. Barry Hearn let the cat out the bag all the time. Man, Barry Hearn, one of them dudes, no filter. Yo, that's why I keep telling people, whenever the talks between this person did that, Wilder didn't do this, and AJ didn't do that, or hey, though, somebody give Barry Hearn an interview. Barry Hearn gonna tell us what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Barry Hearn is the one that told us, oh, we don't want to make this fight no time soon. We want to wait a couple years down the line. He's the one that gave us that. Remember that video when he was fishing? He gave us that. You know what I mean? And Barry Hearn is telling us now, I'm glad we turned down the $50 million, the same $50 million that a lot of fight fans didn't thought existed. Barry Hearn is giving us, man, goodies left and right. Barry Hearn is the dude. So all the boxing media that hear the sound of my voice, please give Barry Hearn as many interviews as possible. You know what I'm saying? I think Wilder is ducking AJ, or his manager is. Well, all I know is Eddie Boz. I know what Barry Hearn said. I hear what you saying. I hear what you saying as a fight fan, but I know exactly what Barry Hearn said. So if you want to contend with anything that Wilder said or Shelly Finkel said, how about you look up what Barry Hearn is saying? Why you ain't putting that out there, bro? Why you ain't talking about the fact that Barry Hearn said, I'm glad we turned down the $50 million? Why you ain't saying that? Why you ain't saying the fact that, oh, when Barry Hearn was out there fishing, trying to catch some catfish or trying to do whatever he was trying to do, when he said, oh, you want to be around for a year or 2 years or 10 years, we're going to make it wait. We wanted to build a little more. Why you don't talk about that, bro? The $50 million was backed by Queensberry Promotions with BT Sports. AJ had a contract with Sky Sports Network. Bro, it don't matter. It don't matter, Lion Bear. I don't care who put the money up. Y'all people said the money wasn't there. People said the money never existed. It was fake. It was a fraud. Not knowing that this man rose with Al Heyman, a man with so many connections in all kind of different businesses, and he couldn't get you $50 million. I don't care who put the money up. The money was there. I don't care. Cat come to me and say, bro, I got $50 million for you. Oh, for real? $50 million to fight? Man, fuck it. I'm not going to ask no where the money come from. Huh? Dude, where'd you get it from? What did it look like? Let me see it. Huh? I ain't going to. You got that bread? All right, cuz. Let's do it. And then he said this into the world. He would have been totally embarrassed if the money wasn't real. Shit. They all liars. 50 million plus fight on BT Sports. AJ can't fight on BT Sports. Eddie Boz. AJ can fight anywhere he wants to fight. Riddle me this. AJ is not with Showtime no more. And this is funny to me because when AJ was with Showtime, he could have easily fought Deontay Wilder. Okay, he got out of his Showtime 6-fight deal. He got with the Zone on a fight-by-fight basis. Don't tell me what AJ can't do. If you are a fighter or a man, are you going to sit here and tell me that some dude in a suit is going to tell you not to make 50 million or 50%, whichever one is greater? So we could be talking 70, 75 million. You going to let some little greasehead dude that you ain't never even know 5 years ago tell you not to make that amount of money? Man, you done bumped every corner of your nugget. You hear me? Frank Warren said so in the interview. I don't care where the money came from, bro. I don't care look, all I know is Frank Warren got Queensberry and he down with BT Sports now, but yet we seen this pay-per-view get streamed on Showtime. That's all I do know. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. We don't know what the setup was. Y'all ain't in the room. You know what I'm saying? All I know is the money and Frank Warren doesn't have anything to do. He don't have anything to do with Wilder. That's Shelly Finkel. That's Al Heyman. Whatever. He want to put the money up. He want to invest the money. That's on him. That don't mean that the fight had to go down on BT Sports or whatever. And then not to mention, AJ is not locked into nothing. Y'all don't seem to understand that. If AJ wants to fight on, Lollipop Network, he can fight any way he want. That DAZN fight that he did with Povetkin was a one-fight thing. Facts. DGO in the building. What's up with you, homie? The interview is on Boxing Social on YouTube. Dog, I don't care, Lion Boy. I don't care if the money comes from Frank Warren. You don't seem to understand that. 1 minute, people arguing about the money never existed. Then on the next minute, oh, it came from Frank Warren, so it can't happen. Don't matter. What the hell is? Why do you care? This is why I respect the Fury and Wilder fight so much, because all of this mumbo jumbo that we talking about right now, the shit didn't exist in Wilder versus Fury. The fight just happened. You know what I'm saying? Messiah, what's up, homie? What up, Soldier? My DC brother. That dude sound like a real fanboy. Not a. What's up, bro? You hear me though? Fanboy to the man. Fanboy all day, man. I don't understand all this excuse making. And here we go back into the whole politics and polished shit talk, because you know we talking about the other dude. But when we talking about my main man Gypsy King, ain't no politics, ain't no polished shit. It's just that two grown men, man, moving like warriors in the heavyweight division that wants to fight. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Fury will box AJ ears off all day. I believe so too. See, the style of Fury is one of the most fearful things for Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying this from day one. Fury's style is the kryptonite to how Anthony Joshua fights. Stiff, robotic, with stamina problems. Man, Fury will be moving around that thing, putting that jab on him from distance. Man, AJ by round 7, round 8, breathing out of his mouth, will be breathing hard. Man, he fuck around, get stopped. Real talk. Fury is the man. Yeah, Fury is the man, bro. But see, it's funny to me, man. We start talking about that other dude, Project AJ, right? And look how we talking. Oh, the $50 million. Oh, well, it has to happen on this network. It has to happen on that network. Oh, here we go. Back to this shit again. Man, I did not miss this type talk. You know what I'm saying? I did not miss it at all. You know what I mean? Fury clowns AJ too. Clowns him. You hear me? And see, that's why Fury told AJ from day one, you want to fuck with me? You are holding my belts. Let's not forget that. You holding my belts. So if you want to fight me, 50-50 from the jump. See, what people don't understand, when I heard a little talk out there that said, Eddie Hearn wants to go try to steal a Fury fight. No, he's not. No, he's not, because everybody knows if you're going to go to Fury, Fury wants 50%. Fury ain't budging. Fury wants 50%. He ain't, Wilder was willing to give him a little lane to say, okay, we can negotiate. Ain't no negotiating with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury knows who he is, and he knows what he's bringing into the fight. Man, I'm a boxing fan, and I like your content. I've been following for a minute, but I have to be fair. There was a spanner in the works with the $50 million. Nah, line, boy, and I appreciate your support, homie. You know it's all love. But at the end of the day, bruh, nah. Bruh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You cannot turn down the biggest guaranteed purse in boxing history and then sit back and look brave. And then you're the one on camera who asks for it. Nah, man. And then you got to understand, I'm going to say this one last time. AJ is not locked into nothing. AJ is a free agent when it comes to networks. He ain't locked into DAZN. He did not sign a 5, 6, 7 fight deal with DAZN. No, he signed a fight-by-fight basis with DAZN. Facts. So he can fight any way he wants. If you telling me I'm going to make 70, 80, 90 million dollars, then I'm fighting you wherever. Whoever putting the money up. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. It's hard to know what to believe when a lot of games are being played. Exactly, Eddie Boss. And guess where the games ain't being played, homie? The games ain't being played with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. And the people responded to the American fan base. I got nothing but hats off to y'all, man. Hats off to y'all for responding. To the YouTubers, hats off to y'all for talking up this fight. Everybody, this was a collaborative effort because we seen the best fighting the best and we responded. I'm so happy to see this, man. What is his contract with Sky? Oh, they just redid the contract of regular militant. They just read up on the contract. Remember they had to find a big bag of money to give him, and he's contracted under Sky. I mean, I'm thinking not Sky, Matchroom. He's contracted under Matchroom. But far as with Sky, Matchroom is contracted with Sky. Now, but AJ is not contracted to no network, bro. No network. He is a fight-by-fight basis. He bases his fights on fight-by-fight to the highest bidder. My thing is this. Since we want to talk networks, right? Why didn't AJ fight Wilder when he was with Showtime? He was locked in with Showtime for 6 fights. 6 fights. And Showtime lured AJ over the water and expecting to make a Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua fight. He didn't even get it while he was contracted under Showtime. No one brings that up. Nobody will never talk about that. Oh, when AJ was with Showtime, the fight could have been easily made. You know what I'm talking about? It's down to AJ to tell Eddie to make the fight happen. Exactly. And you know what? I ain't mad at him for being in a position like that. That is a golden position to be in, where you basically in control of your own career. I ain't mad at him for that. But don't act like he can't come fight here. He can't come fight there. He can fight any freaking where that he wants. DAZN wants Eddie Hearn to bring that fight onto DAZN. You know what I'm saying? It ain't happening. It ain't happening, especially now with Deontay Wilder showing you that he's a pay-per-view attraction. His hand got strengthened. His hand in negotiations, he has way more leverage now. Remember Eddie Hearn tried to set that fake bar? Oh, well, he needs 1 million pay-per-view buys. Man, look, he don't need no million. He don't need nowhere near 1 million, and Eddie Hearn knows it. Eddie Hearn knows that. AJ's next mandatory after April voluntary is Pulev, by the way. What y'all think? Yeah, Pulev, or they talking to WBO. They saying that the WBO is first, though, Sean. But the WBO does not have a mandatory. Remember, they said that they were not going to designate the Chisora and Dillian White fight as a mandatory. They don't have a mandatory. The WBO supposedly comes first, but the IBF going to take over right after that. So we'll see. That's why they think they got, some leeway with the IBF. Sky's a network in the UK, though. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, what does the legalities look like there? Man, I don't know, bro. Be honest with you, I got to take a closer look. But one thing I do know for certain is that I know he's under Matchroom, and I know Matchroom has their deal with Sky. But I do know AJ is a different breed. When he read up with Matchroom in his newer contract, he was able to fight wherever he wants. So it's like the highest bidder type shit. Fury and Wilder have exploded on the heavyweight division, which does make AJ look a lot smaller. I'm telling you, bro, AJ, man, now ain't even nothing here no more. AJ about to start, even though the little casuals that started asking, like, hey, yo, man, hey, who the cat with the muscles, dog? Like, who over in the UK everybody be talking about? What's his name? People was coming at me like that. Dog, them days are over. It's all about Bomb Squad. Everybody know who Wilder is now. After him trending on social media, him and Fury trending not only in sports, but trending heavy on social media. Everybody know who this man is now, cuz. Everybody know, man. Everybody know, man. Come on, man. This is just good, man. Like my man Gary Benson said earlier, man. I'm so happy just to know that, hold on for a second. I'm just so happy to know the best is fighting the best. Yo, how the mic is sounding, man? Is it too loud or am I hello? Testing. All right, I think we good. But yeah, man, I'm just so happy to see the best fight the best. And that's most important than anything. You know what I mean? In the UK, he could not fight on the domestic rivals network. He fights can be aired on Showtime, ESPN, etc. Man, I don't look, bro. All I know is ain't nothing impeding the fight. And y'all, we keep talking about AJ. AJ right now, dog, is in the 3rd place. Enjoy that. Right now, it's about Fury and Wilder. What I don't like are all the lies told on Wilder by the Eddie Hearn AJ camp. That is despicable. Ho, yo, that's like lit up because they thought like Hearn said, they thought he was a dude from Alabama. They thought he could never rise up. They try to make fun of him walking through the streets, asking 65-year-old people, yo, do y'all know who Deontay Wilder is? They try to clown him. You know what I'm saying? They try to degrade him. And they try to degrade him. They try to bring AJ in on a platform where we're going to degrade Wilder. Nah, see, Tyson Fury, when he came over here on the platform of respecting Wilder. And that's a difference. You know what I mean? That's why the American people took to Tyson Fury much easier than they took to AJ. Make no mistake about it, UK fans. We didn't know. A lot of the American public didn't know who Tyson Fury was. They just liked the fact that he came over here showing respect. You know what I'm saying? Not disrespecting the man at all. You know what I mean? Just talking a little trash. But dog, he ain't disrespect. He ain't lying the man. You know what I'm saying? AJ got put out to the public too many times now. Give me $50 million. Give me $50 million and I'll take the fight. Well, you got your $50 million. You didn't take the fight. Oh, Wilder doesn't want the fight. Wilder doesn't fight. The boss of the bosses, Barry Hearn, comes out and tells you why the fight ain't been made. Why is UK fans arguing with me about this shit? That's what I don't seem to understand. If you want to argue with somebody, go argue with Barry Hearn, who letting the truth out. I'm going to keep on going back to that. Everybody who keep talking about some, well, Wilder this, Wilder that, I'm just gonna say Barry Hearn. Barry Hearn. Barry Hearn. Hey, and to my American brethren, you ain't got to argue no more. All you got to say is 2 words. Barry Hearn. Barry Hearn. This is what Barry Hearn said. Are you going to object to what Barry Hearn said? And when you ask them that, watch they get shut the fuck down. You hear me? Deontay's KO streak is like Undertaker's WrestleMania 39-1. You hear me? You hear me? And damn near stopped my man Fury. I'm being real. He damn near stopped him. But like, I want to go back to what the referee was talking about though, man. And you know, people got to understand something, man. With this referee, he made a judgment call that a lot of people have over time has said that we wish. How many times we've seen premature stoppages? Oh, we wish the fight would have went on a little longer. We wish the fight would have did this. We wish the no. He let a big fight on this level. He gave this man the benefit of the doubt. Could he have waved it off? He could have, but he didn't. And he chose, in my opinion, he made the right decision because Tyson Fury bounced back up. You did bounce back up like everybody's saying, like he late for work, and he got back on his feet and he fought hard in that round. Yeah, Messiah, they lunching, man. They can't come to me with this bullshit no more, bro. Because anybody who wants to argue with me from the UK, and I'm talking about them fanboys, them dudes who just, this man does no wrong. Anytime you want to argue with me, I'm going to say 2 words: Barry Hearn. That's all I got to say. I'm not going to get my pressure up fucking with y'all. You hear me? Yeah, the ref did a good job, man. The ref did a very good job. Sean, like, lit up. The ref did a good job. I thought he made a good judgment call. And now we sitting here turned up because there's controversy left on the table. 2 men gave they all. You know what I'm saying? And like the ref here even explained why he gave Tyson Fury the opportunity to walk. Because he wanted to look at his gait. He wanted to look at how he's walking and see if this man is really hurt. Do you know how messed up it would have been if the referee would have made the call to count out Tyson Fury and Tyson Fury really wasn't hurt? Do you know how messed up that would have been, Joe? You know what I'm saying? He said he stood right over top of Tyson Fury, got into his face and looked him dead in the face. He said all he seen was Tyson Fury grimace one time, and after that, bam, his eyes popped open and he popped up. Come on, man. I thought that dude did a very valiant thing for his fight fans. And on top of that, I thought he did a very valiant thing for Tyson Fury and gave him the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? It was the right call to make. It's just controversy, though, because it could have went either way, and it would have been the right call. Yeah. I mean, my thing is, if he would have waved Fury off, I mean, I would have understood because the way Fury was laying on that canvas and how hard he went down, it would have been kind of understandable. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just glad that he didn't do it. I'm really glad that he didn't do it. And I think he made the absolute right call. He can go home with his head high. I'm not going to criticize that man. I thought he made the right call. The right call. And he even admitted it himself. A lot of the other referees would have waved that fight off. He said it is so. Like, dog, like a lot of referees, probably 90, but I'm not them. I'm me. And this is the reason why they chose me for this particular fight. They didn't choose Tony Weeks. They didn't choose those type. They chose him. You know what I mean? And this is a dude who's also, like he told you before, he did Spilker and Wilder. He refereed that fight. And they went back to this man. So if he was such a bad ref like everybody trying to paint him to be, no way. No how. No way. I thought he handled it properly. Now, if he would have picked, let's say if Tyson Fury would have got up off that ground, and when he took him to that corner and he took him to the side, if Tyson Fury's legs would have been loose, if he'd have been stumbling, if he'd have looked like he was about to fall back down again, if he'd have did a Zab Zuda, you know what I mean? Y'all remember the Zab Zuda thing, boom, boom, when he was stumbling, when he got it, he did something like that, I would have understood. I would have been like, yeah, he got to wave it off. How many times, a lot of times the ref stands right in front of the fighter. And he'd be like, walk to me, walk to me. And if that dude cannot walk to him, they wave it off. We've seen that. This dude took it a step further, took him to the corner and said, okay, let's walk to me. Tyson Fury walked fine. Tyson Fury walked just fine. Too many fights get stopped for less. Hopefully this sets the standard. I agree. Especially low blow fights of this magnitude when so much is riding on it. You know what I mean? When you got to give certain fighters the benefit of the doubt and give them a chance to fight back to their feet and fight back and get back ready, you know, and to engage because they have a lot riding on these fights. You take that moment away from that fighter, it can ruin that fighter. You know what I mean? It can ruin them. It can ruin them. I think Tyson will be given a 10 count from now on. Yeah, no, because you don't know if he out. It could be you could be on 7. He fuck around and pop up on your ass and do a handstand and then pop up like, yeah, I'm here. Let's go. You know what I mean? Now, I don't agree. I will say this, I don't agree with Tyson Fury putting his arms around the ref. Remember when he got up and he put his arms on the shoulder of the ref? I don't agree with that one bit. I don't agree with that. That's against the rules. You can't touch the ref. You can't hold yourself up. I don't agree with that. But the fact of the matter is, I do not believe, and I will stand firm on this, I do not believe that Tyson Fury was knocked out. You cannot be knocked out, ladies and gentlemen, for 2 seconds. You just can't do it. I've never seen a fighter be knocked out for 2 seconds and then pop back up and finish a round that strong. I ain't never in boxing, all my years of watching boxing, seen nothing like that. If he was knocked out as people claim he was, if he was out cold, then how the hell he didn't stumble? How the hell he just pop up on his feet? You know what I mean? Deontay Wilder doesn't even have an explanation. Deontay Wilder says, man, God was on his side. That's all. The prayers worked. That's all you can say. I mean, it's almost like somebody rubbed some smelling salt around his nose or something. He just popped back up, and you can't be knocked out and pop back up like that, man. Pop back up like a jack in the box, man. He was supposed to be at a wedding, you know what I'm saying? Pop back up like that, like he was about to go get a check, you know what I mean? Like, dog, he just popped back up, and nobody's that's knocked out can just pop back up like that. Now, all of this, I'm not getting into if the count was long, the count wasn't long. I've evaluated it from every angle and from every speed you name. I've done my due diligence. And if it was, I would say, yo, they robbed my main man, Bomb Squad. Y'all got to understand, I am pro Bomb Squad. I'm pro Deontay Wilder. That's my man. You hear me? So if he got robbed in any sort of way, main man, made man will be here raising hell from the rooftops. But dog, it ain't go down like that. It just didn't. And I'm being real. That's just being real. So I mean, like I want to go back to the title of this video, and that is the fact that these men are now pay-per-view. They have had a successful pay-per-view. They have cracked the American code, something that Eddie Hearn hasn't done, something that he would love to have done, but he ain't done it. You know what I mean? And this is just a blessing for us boxing fans, man. It truly is. This is a good channel. My first time on. Clap, clap. Hop, what's up, bro? I appreciate that, man. Hey, yo, man, subscribe, man, and welcome to the family if you do, bro. That's all we do. We keep it all the way 100. You know what I'm saying? That's how we always do each and every video. And I'm down to have any of my subscribers join me on this live stream anytime. Zab, yeah, man. Zab was stumbling and fumbling and bumbling all over the place and shit, man, like he was playing hopscotch. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you ain't see Tyson Fury do that. Tyson got on his feet and got the job done, man. Finished both rounds. He got knocked down. Finished strong. Finished very strong. And I'm telling you, man, Deontay Wilder has respect for Tyson Fury. What's up, Harmon? Harmon 92 in the building. You know what I'm saying? What's up with you? He finished they got nothing but respect for each other. We shouldn't be sitting here disrespecting neither one of these fighters when they fought their asses off. They're now pay-per-view attractors. The people have spoken. The people have supported these two. Every fighter in boxing can learn a lesson from Fury and Wilder. And the lesson is, yo, if I fight the best guy that's available to me, maybe, just maybe, I can get the people to support me too. That's the lesson that's to be learned out of this whole thing, man. Real talk, man. Real talk. I appreciate that, Hop. Hey, welcome to the family, homie. 70 Old Trafford, 75,000. What's that? What's Old Trafford, Eddie Boz? Is that a stadium over in the UK? If the rematch takes place in the UK stadium, AJ and Eddie will shit. Man, and look, most importantly, Sean, if the rematch happen around April, they're shit bricks. What about that? Will they take that shot? Will they do that? Would Wilder and Fury attempt to purposely make their rematch in April, knowing that Anthony Joshua comes back in April? I don't know if they want to do that, but will they do that? Because Tyson Fury says he wants to fight in March, right? Will they try that? Deontay Wilder says he's down to do it in March. Would they challenge AJ for pay-per-view supremacy? Now, that would be something to see. That'd be something to see. Oh, it's a soccer stadium. Oh, okay. Manchester United soccer stadium. Hey, 75,000. They'll pack their house, bro. They'll pack their house. They're going to have to add some seats in there, man. Which fight you want to see next? I don't want to see the rematch immediately unless it's in the UK. Nah, but Hamid, I mean, if it's in the UK, I'm cool with it. I ain't got no problem with that, but I do want to see them rematch next. I want to see the rematch happen as soon as possible. Now, if Tyson Fury says, hey, I want to sit back and take a touch, all right, man, I guess we got to understand. But Deontay Wilder is out here, and he's telling people, I got no hunger or desire for any other fight right now other than Tyson Fury. Because he knows if he's successful as the weekend was, the rematch can be double as successful. Double. Now, Tyson Fury can run the risk and go and fighting somebody else, risk an injury. This is the heavyweight division. Risk an injury, risk something else, and push this fight way down the line, and then it can start to lose a little luster. Right now, this fight is riding high. It's trending around the world. Everybody around the world is talking about it. You know, I think this is the time, bro. I think you keep the momentum going. Oh, Manchester's where Tyson's from? Oh, yeah, that's true. So, yay. I mean, Tyson he took the trip over here, dog, when he didn't have to. He didn't make no impediments on taking the trip over here. And he was still considered the lineal champion. So if he wants to do it, if they do it in the UK, but Vegas is where the money at. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to fet no fighters' pockets. I can give a shit about the money. I just want to see the fight. But at the end of the day, the money's still here, bro. $75 a pop they got off us, man, for this fight. Quick shout out to Sophie Bailey for always putting up with me watching boxing channels. Who's Sophie Bailey, homie? Is that your lady? You know what I'm saying? Let me know. And if that is your lady, shout out to Sophie. You know what I mean? Put Joshua and White on the undercard. Man, yeah, that's where they belong, on Fury and Wilder's undercard. You know what I mean? They don't belong in no main event. At the end of the day, we know who the number one and number two, or should we say number one and 1A, 1B, however y'all want to frame it. We know who the top heavyweights are, and that is Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. And you know why? Because they got in the ring with each other. Nothing but respect. Nothing but respect. Hey, Sean, you got to tell me who Sophie Bailey is, man. Is that your lady, Is that your lady? But yeah, man, so this is going to prove to be a success. Shout out to all the fans that made this thing happen, man. Shout out to all of them. I think that Tyson has earned the right to fight in his country. Yeah, he did. He did. I mean, he came over here, man. He came over here with no hesitation. He didn't give Wilder a bunch of shit. You know, he told Wilder, let's make it happen. You know, he did it with 2 fights in, bro. Like, he didn't even get properly. Some people may say he wasn't even properly prepared. You know what I mean? So he took the fight exactly when he told Wilder he would take the fight. Remember when Wilder went over there and he was ringside for, what was it, the Pinata fight? He let Wilder come in the ring. He told him right in front of the whole world, I'm fighting you next. And he stood true to his word, man. True to his word. You know what I mean? Real talk. Black Horseman Promotions in the super chat. I appreciate you. Keep working, homie. Great live. Also, big salute to Wilder and Fury. Man, I appreciate that, Black Horseman, man. For real, man. Whenever you ready, hey, Black Horseman, man, look, man, I want to get you on here, bro. Man, I love your commentary, man. I watch your channel like all the time, bro. Keep doing what you doing. You know what I'm saying? And you stay true. Stay on that VADA situation, homie. I love what you and Trav are doing, man. Tyson Fury is the people's champ. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, homie. We're not going to exclude Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury is definitely the people's champ, but Deontay Wilder is the people's champ too, especially here in America. He's proven his worth. He's proven he is who he say he is, and he never ran from nothing. You stay ready? Okay, cool, bro. My word, bro. My word. You tune into the next live, and we on here together. Matter of fact, what's today? Today is Wednesday. If you're probably not busy, tomorrow night. If I come on here live tomorrow night, because I'm more so towards the end and the beginning right here. But tomorrow night, bro, if you ain't doing nothing, if I do live, I'm shooting you the link ASAP. You know what I mean? I'm shooting you the link. In the UK. Oh, okay. Yeah, in the UK. Yeah, man. I mean, look, man. The man, he came over here with no problems. Like I said before, he stayed true to his word. I'm down to see these dudes rematch in the UK. But I'm going to tell you right now, man, I'm expecting both of these fighters to come in much, much better. You should be available? I bet that. Bet that. I'm expecting for both of these fighters to come in much, much better than they did, man. I'm expecting for both of these fighters to come in their best condition. You know, they're going to give us a solid fight. It's still a 50-50 fight. I lean a little back towards Tyson Fury. When I predicted the original fight, I said I thought my man Bomb Squad was going to knock his head off. But now saying that Tyson Fury is back, that he is back, and he is the Gypsy King that we know him to be, it is very, very close 50-50 fight, bro. It's a 50-50 fight. Wilder, though, got to work on some things. Wilder got to stick to the game plan, tune the lights out. You know what I mean? He got to focus, go to that body more. You know what I mean? Be cut off the ring a little better. And of course, for the Gypsy King, maybe a little bit better conditioning. And on top of all of that, work on, man, putting on some more harder shots on him. Because you got to show Wilder early that he ain't going to just walk through the front door either. So both men going to come in, I think, in a better situation. Tyson Fury must stay focused. He can easily be lured off his path. We know Tyson Fury with his mental situation. He needs to stay busy. He needs to stay busy. I want to see him stay busy, man. But once again, proud of these two fighters, two of my favorite fighters in boxing, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, man. Two of my absolute favorite fighters in boxing, now being rewarded by the fight fans, being rewarded around the world. And I can't think of two other fighters that deserve it more, especially at the heavyweight division. Yeah, Tyson needs much more power in his punches. He need to work on that, man. Setting them up properly and just pity-patting his way to a victory in a lot of cases. Though I like what he did in the first fight. Some judges may look at it and say, we need better, cleaner, decisive punching. And he needs to semi-work on a little thing here and there, you know. And he led in power shots, at least according to the CompuBox numbers. But we know that the decisive, the thunderous shots came from Deontay Wilder, and we expected that. We expect Tyson Fury to be the boxer. But Tyson Fury can't just jab his way to a victory every fight. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, he could have easily took this fight by probably a bigger margin if early in the fight he would have let his hands go and let them right hands go a little bit more harder. You know what I mean? Wish Deontay would do some road work. Nothing left to finish off Fury in the 12th. Gas. Yeah, bruh. And the thing, some saying he overtrained. And, you know, I listened to the conference call yesterday that he did with the media. I was on the line and I'm going to be 100, man. Like, I didn't like a lot of the excuses that I was hearing from Wilder. You know, the whole arm thing and all that other shit. You know, nah, man, we not going for that, man. You broke your arm and, dog, at the end of the day, you came in this fight slim. 212 pounds, much smaller than I would have liked him to come into this fight. I think he should think about gaining about 5 more pounds. Like you say, hit the road work, a lot of cardio, man, get them lungs fresh. You know what I mean? Get that endurance up, and I think he'll be good. If the undercard is good, it would do 1 million buys. Oh, hell yeah, Ronnie Boy Fresh. Easy. I don't know about 1 million, but they'll be close. If they hitting 300, 400,000 in this fight, man, the rematch is going to double that, I believe. I think the rematch, we're looking at minimum 650. Minimum 650 to sell. Minimum, you know what I mean? And they can really, man, they can really, the sky's the limit, bro. With a decent undercard, maybe a Hearn versus Charlo, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe a Spence versus Porter or a Spence versus Thurman on the undercard. Psh. You remember, man, when we first started earlier talking about this fight, when it was earlier announced and we didn't know what the undercard would be and all that speculation was going around, people was turned up. Oh shit, there's talks about Leo Santa Cruz versus Gary Russell on the undercard. Oh man, I'm getting this fight. You know what I mean? They do need to hype this thing up a little better, man. But you know, how about Joe Joyce versus Luis Ortiz? That'd be something. Joe Joyce and Luis Ortiz. I broke my back, spine. Yeah, yo, man. I broke my back. Yeah, you hear me? He had that Mike Tyson moment. You right about that, man. But at the end of the day, we ain't buying the arm excuses, man. We ain't buying the hand excuses. You know, don't make excuses. Just say Tyson Fury fought a hell of a fight, and the judges didn't see things my way or something like that. But don't come in there, oh, my arm was broke and I broke my arm. Then they was grilling them on it like, yo, you got any medical, like you have any surgeries or anything like that? No, I didn't have surgeries, right? But what I did was, you know, I just kind of like I slept on my other side of my arm for a couple days and it started feeling better. Nah, bro, no excuses, man. Hashtag no excuses, man. But I'm about to shut this thing down. Yeah, Ortiz versus Joyce is a good fight. Before I shut this down, expect the video. I'm gonna do a video on the Joe Joyce situation because I think this is something that ain't nobody talking about. Y'all know David Haye and Richard Schaefer had went their separate ways. And it looked like Richard Schaefer pulled another coup, man, when he took Joe Joyce up off David Haye. David Haye put all that work in for Joe Joyce, man, putting him on his undercard, you know, putting him in the gym, sparring with him, teaching him some things, adding to his game, trying to get him big shots and, you know, get him fights with matchroom fighters. And what does Richard Schaefer come and do? Still his ass, you know what I mean? Bring him on over here. And now he's talking about fighting Luis Ortiz in 2 or 3 fights, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, Joe Joyce, man. I like Joe Joyce, man. But, yo, that's fucked up what Richard Schaefer did, man. I'm going to put it in video form, though. Joe Joyce is a 33-year-old and he needs a fast track if he's to achieve something as a professional. Yeah, man, that's true. I thought he was on his way in the UK, in my opinion. I mean, they were talking about what David Price at the time. Hay was talking about making him the British champion, trying to get him to fight with the British champion. After that, he had Dirk Chisora under his banner. He could have probably maybe rose him up right there. At that point, he would have been ready. Match him up with the matchroom fighters, a Dillian White. I thought his track would have been better, maybe faster over in the UK than it is in America. They'll have him fighting a few bums, people we ain't never heard of over here. You know what I mean? Then he's talking about fighting Luis Ortiz in 2-3 fights. He ain't talking. Luis Ortiz say he wants it next. He ain't talking about making that shit happen next. You know what I mean? Joyce won't be fighting Ortiz. That's what Joyce trained. Yeah, that's what I said. Joe Joyce, he talking about 2-3 fights. You know what I mean? So clearly he ain't ready, but he'll fight a bunch of bums over here, people we ain't never heard about. At least over there, he'd have got some more decent names that's a little more known, in my opinion. But Richard Schaefer being Richard Schaefer, you know what I mean? That vulture capitalist that he is. He took him above David Hay. Now David Hay ain't got nobody but Dirk Chisora, which means we probably won't be hearing about Haymaker Promotions in a while after a few months. You know what I'm saying? Joyce isn't ready for no damn Ortiz. Yo, man, he better get ready. 33 years old, he better get ready, because guess what? The clock is ticking. And Luis Ortiz say don't call that man. Look, any heavyweight should know by now after the Dillian White situation. Don't say Luis Ortiz's name unless you mean it, because Luis Ortiz is going to answer the call. If you say his name, he going to answer the call. Russell versus Santa Cruz need to happen, Ronnie Boy Fresh, man. I mean, I done made 100 diss videos on Leo Santa Cruz. 100. I done made 100. You know what I mean? Like, dog, I can't make no more. Louis Santa Cruz, man, I don't even check for the dude. He ain't on my radar no more. I don't want to see that man fight nobody. And he better not leave 126 without fighting Russell. Period. Abel is the wrong trainer for Joyce. Yeah, he's the wrong trainer, dog. Like, he should have stick. Like I said, man, I think Joe Joyce made a bad decision, in my opinion. I think he should have stayed with David Hay. And that's just my opinion. I think David Hay actually had love for him. He had him in the gym. It's like when you got to fight a promoter or manager, whoever, and he in the gym, he in the ring with you, teaching you things, not just talking to you and telling you what's the best business moves, but trying to add more tools to your fight game. That man got genuine love for you, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel. Has Gary Russell retired? Nah, Gary Russell is a world champion, homie. World champion, and he's trying to fight Leo Santa Snooze, but the dude is ducking him at every chance. What are you supposed to do? Gary says, look, man, if Leo gonna keep bullshitting, then guess what? I'm gone to 130. And I ain't mad at him, man. I ain't mad at him. Gary Russell been wanting that fight, and you know that, bro. What's up with Leo? Leo want to fight everybody. Who this bum he supposed to be fighting next anyway? You know what I'm saying? I forget the dude, man. He fighting a bum. Oh, man. Wilder weighed in at 209, same weight as Miller when he was born. No bullshit, yo. Yeah, and that's another thing. AJ gonna try to go off and fight Jarrell Big Baby Miller, and he better be careful, because Jarrell Big Baby Miller mess around and surprise his ass, man. But yo, he gonna, man, look, I don't care who we fight. I don't care who we fight. I mean, till they announce who we fight, I can care less who we fight, man. All I know is Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury has risen above expectations. Showtime as well as PBC only expected and wanted 250,000 buys, and they have met their numbers, and now the fight is going to get paid for it, man. If the others at 126 wasn't coward, Gary Russell would snatch all the belts. Hands down. Hands down. Nobody don't want to fight Gary. That's why I say, man, if Leo going to keep playing, vacate what you got, Gary. I know you love that title, but just let it go. Go up to 130. Call out Tank for a DMV huge fight, because the whole DMV, this whole area, will be turned all the way up if him and Tank can get it on. You know, they even bought this to Tank. Well, Tank said he'll be down, but I don't know if he'll be down to fight here. All right, look, man, we got other venues other than MGM over here, dog. You want to put it in the Verizon Center? Put it in the Verizon Center. You know what I'm saying? You want to put that shit down in M&T? Put it down in M&T. It is what it is. That's a stadium. You know what I mean? Put it in FedEx. You know what I mean? Wherever. You ain't got to fight in there. If you think the MGM Harbor is too small for you, Tank, and you want to see Gary, man, there's 100 other places you can put it in, bro. What's good? I searched around the internet. That's why I would account for slow. That's why the account was slow. I couldn't really mix that out. Okay, you deleted it. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. Made man. What's the pay-per-view? Well, it's not official yet, Line Bob, but they just know it's definitely going to be over 300,000. They're saying anywhere between 3 to 350 for the actual buys here in America. They haven't tied in the pay-per-view buys from the UK yet. They're gonna have to add that on, as well as from different streaming devices like PS4s and stuff like that. So everybody just knows that it's over a certain number, but no one knows exactly what the number is. It's too early to tell. So that's what it is, man. Real talk. So much love for everybody who showed up. Much love to everybody in the super chat. Shout out to Black Horseman Promotions. It's me and you on the next stream, homie. It's me and you. Anybody else who want to join, get that Google Hangout, man, and I will shoot you a link on the next live stream. I plan on having a subscriber up on here with me. I want to chit chat with y'all. Ronnie Boy Fresh, get that Google Hangout, homie. You know what I'm saying? Light lit up. Get that Google Hangout, homie. You know what I'm saying? Edge, get that Google Hangout, homie. All of us, we can get up on here and chop it up, man. Real talk, man. Yeah, Line Bars, real good. And exceeded expectations by the networks. You know what I'm saying? That's even better. So, you know, I appreciate everybody for showing up. I really do, man. Y'all, I just love getting on here chatting with y'all. Y'all notice I've been doing a lot more live streams than actual vids lately. But yo, I got to get back to my vid thing. But chit chatting with y'all is the best way to go, man. Tank don't want that. Yeah, Tank don't want that. Tank, but you know, Gary Russell got a lot of love for Tank too, man. He got a lot of love for Tank. But I mean, my thing is this: what it would do for Tank here in his hometown, bro. He can grab he can grab the DMV, he can grab DC, Maryland, Virginia if he try to beat Gary. You know what I mean? But nah, man, Tank know what it is, man. Tank know what them Russells about, bro. He know what them Russells about. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. But I'm about to go ahead and shut it down, man. God bless you too, Lizard, man. I appreciate you for popping in, homie. Everybody who popped in, man, yo, I appreciate y'all. Yo, show some respect. Show some respect. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury has cracked the American pay-per-view code. We haven't seen a heavyweight in this era do that. These are the first two. Deontay Wilder, homegrown. People said he couldn't. People said that he wouldn't. People said he was just a dude from Alabama, whatever they want to call it. Hit the like button for me, man. I appreciate y'all, man, for showing up. I will continue to do these live streams. And yo, chopping it up with y'all. Yo, it's always a pleasure. Always. So to the next video, Main Man Made Man. Don't forget to subscribe. Twitter, Made Man 511. Facebook, Main Man Made Man Boxing Forum. Google Plus, Main Man Made Man. Once again, messing with y'all. My voice is gone. God damn. Yo, I gotta play this back because yo, my mic has been tripping. So I hope it wasn't too loud in nobody's ear. I've been having small technical difficulties with the mic, but we'll get it together. Real shit. So to the next video. Peace out.